And now here's Olly Williams with the Blackie weather forecast. Olly?
It's gonna rain!
Thanks, Olly.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the lesser seen yet most memorable residents of Quahog.
I'm afraid it's time for you to make your choice.
Number 10, Jillian Russell Wilcox.
And then think about this. Have you ever seen the sun and the moon in the same place at the same time?
They're the same person!
I know, right?
Brian has had his fair share of girlfriends, and many were surprisingly out of his league. The most memorable is Jillian, brilliantly voiced by Drew Barrymore. Jillian is not the brightest crayon in the box.
I want some more of Jillian's delicious lemonade.
I know, it's good, right? I just wish they didn't have to kill so many lemons to make it.
She is very sweet, filled with childlike wonder, and completely vacant brain-wise. Despite her shortcomings, she becomes Brian's one that got away. Jillian eventually finds love with overachiever Derek Wilcox and invites the Griffins, sans Brian, but including B. Ryan, to her wedding.
It's for B. Ryan.
Ah, cool, Mrs. G. Thanks for letting me stay here the last couple of weeks.
Brian tries to crash the wedding and win her back, but Jillian refuses. She appears in multiple episodes, most often reaffirming her airheadedness. Number 9, Greased Up Deaf Guy.
You're wasting your time! Forget about it! Go do something else!
In the absurd category, the Greased Up Deaf Guy is a recurring and thoroughly bizarre character in the Family Guy universe. He doesn't have a name, unfortunately, so let's just call him Greasy for the purposes of this entry. Greasy first showed up in Season 3 as a company picnic activity. Participants must catch him, but he's just so darn slippery.
Oh, this is my favorite event. Catch the greased-up deaf guy.
Go!
You're never gonna catch me!
He has a backstory. Greasy used to be a lawyer until a grease truck explosion burned his ears and covered him in grease. That appears to be it.
I can't hear!
Boy, I am late for that meeting.
Family Guy wouldn't be the same without cameos of its own secondary characters, and the screen time for Greased Up Deaf Guy is just right. Too much spotlight would likely fry him anyway. Number 8, Seamus Levine.
It's good to let the old midsection breathe.
What, how the hell are you alive?
Every town needs a resident pirate, right? Seamus Levine is Quahog's sea captain and is questionably made entirely of wood, minus his head. He has an odd habit of emerging from obscurity to provide random information, whether sea-related or not. In fact, his wooden arms store diagrams and maps, as well as assorted irrelevant documents, including a diseased prostate and 1980s band Primus. He's also an accomplished organist for some reason, which raises more questions than anything else. How is he hitting the right keys?
You shake me nerves and you rattle me brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke me will. Oh, what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Family Guy wouldn't be the same without its recurring interrupters. And Seamus is always welcome, albeit perhaps in small doses. There are only so many nautical puns we can kinda laugh at.
Are you telling me I need a prostate exam?
Aye, and soon before your rudder jams with flotsam and you're dropping anchor without an order from the captain. How are you liking all these nautical puns?
Cute.
Not bad.
Somewhat entertaining.
Number 7, Angela.
This is your new supervisor, Angela.
Mr. Griffin, we have different rules here. For starters, no drinking. Period. We start work at 7 a.m. sharp.
Angela was voiced by the irreplaceable Carrie Fisher. Need we say more? She was Peter's supervisor at the Pawtucket Brewery and was never really a big fan of her rotund employee. In fact, she repeatedly praised his coworker Opie as superior, despite the latter's obvious shortcomings. She did once have a crush on Peter when he showed up for work wearing his contact lenses. Apparently, the usual eyewear was hiding his irresistible side.
Griffin, I never noticed you before. I like what I see.
Okay.
When Carrie Fisher unfortunately passed away, Family Guy had a small tribute to her character, with Peter giving a bizarre eulogy. It is revealed that Angela passed away after swimming too soon after eating.
But at least Angela died doing what she loved. Swimming less than 20 minutes after she had eaten.
Our parents warned us. Number 6, Principal John Shephard.
Today at 3:30, James Woods High will be hosting a cross-country meet, which also happens to be where Lorraine has threatened to take my children across the country.
Adam West High School's Principal Shephard is kind of a sad character. He recently divorced twice, at one point living in his car. His entire life revolves around the school. He sometimes is seen hanging out with his friends, also stereotypical principals. He's voiced by Gary Cole, whom you may remember as Bill Lumbergh in 1999's Office Space.
So, Peter, what's happening? Now, are you going to go ahead and have those TPS reports for us this afternoon?
This seems fitting for some reason. Aside from his occasionally questionable morals, Principal Shephard is the principal most of us remember from school. A little portly, glasses, cheap coffee breath, and a bad suit. He's also quite incompetent, to be honest.
Put her per diem back in petty cash, tell Sue Ann in makeup it's her lucky day, tell Lighting its legs up in 5, and let's shoot this thing! I mean, what?
Number 5. Jesus Christ.
I'm just a guy working at a record store.
Huh. Well, if you're not Jesus Christ, then you won't mind if I pee on these Amy Grant CDs.
Don't!
Aha! You are Jesus!
Quahog has been occasionally host to the Lord and Savior himself, Jesus. Aside from a couple of hilarious cutaway gags, he was featured in a few episodes as a main character. His father makes more than one appearance as well.
Why don't you just say it? You hate me, and you wish I had died in the Punic Wars instead of my brother Greg.
That's not true. I love you both equally.
When found working in a record store, Jesus reveals that he occasionally comes to Earth and lives a normal life for a while out of sheer boredom. With a couple of glaring exceptions, Family Guy's portrayal of Jesus is a clever parody that doesn't aim to offend its roots. In fact, it humanizes Jesus, giving him earthly problems and making him one of the guys.
I'm having a blast. And it's all 'cause of you, Jesus.
Hey, like I said, you're the one who got me here. Some might say you're my savior.
Of course, it's shaky ground, but what parody isn't? Number 4. Olivia Fuller.
And now, TV's Olivia Fuller will cut the ceremonial ribbon.
I hope I'm allowed to do this. My mommy says don't run with scissors.
Hollywood kid Olivia Fuller is the archetype child actor, pushed into the spotlight at a young age. She has a couple of run-ins with Stewie, and the two get married at some point, living in a cardboard house and dining on Play-Doh spaghetti.
Oh.
What?
No, it's nothing. Just had Play-Doh spaghetti last night. And that's all we had last night.
Their marriage is short-lived, however, when Olivia is caught cheating with the precocious Victor. Stewie sets their house on fire to retaliate. Olivia is definitely underused as a character, as it would have been interesting to see a little more of the toddler couple's wedded life. She made another appearance in an episode in which she came between Stewie and Brian in their two-man band, dissolving the group Yoko style.
You want to fire Stewie and be red shirt, blue shirt with me?
Absolutely. You're the whole reason the fans even like the band. Kids love dogs. Besides, we've both seen what Stewie's become, an impossible diva.
Number 3, Dr. Elmer Hartman.
So, Doctor, is Peter healthy?
My goodness, you'll be dead within a month.
What?
Oh, Hagar the Horrible, if you keep up that lifestyle of pillaging and giant turkey legs, you'll be dead within a month. Now, on to you.
Vastly underqualified medical professional Elmer Hartman is the Griffin's family doctor. He's basically an idiot and really makes it seem easy to get through medical school sans intellect. He often uses highly inappropriate shtick to discuss serious issues.
Peter never would have survived the surgery. I mean, dog kidneys? I'm not even sure dogs have kidneys. What? Do dogs have kidneys?
Yes.
This is the guy.
Dr. Hartman may be a minor character, but he's appeared in dozens of episodes. Why is he on this list? Well, we need to raise a glass to the writers for coming up with endless double entendres and ridiculous dad jokes to complete the doctor's dialogue. Also, props to him for knowing how to reveal bad news to teens.
And to deliver the news to your teenage children, I've hired an EDM DJ.
Your father's in a coma, 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 coma.
But we're glad he isn't our doctor. Number 2, Death.
Why are you here? The doctor said Peter was okay.
Oh, the doctor. Well, I guess he must know, right? I mean, he's a doctor and everything, and I'm just, Death.
The Grim Reaper, a.k.a. Death, has visited Quahog on more than one occasion. And we don't mean metaphorically. He first appeared in Season 2 when he sprained his ankle and had to stay with the Griffins. He showed up in a number of episodes after that, but hasn't been seen in a while. As an occupational hazard, anyone death touches immediately gives up the ghost, making it difficult for the ghoul to fit it.
Well, at least he got that far. You know who he took to the prom? His cousin.
That's weak.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
The fact that he's a sentient skeleton in a cloak doesn't help either. Death was initially voiced by the late great Norm Macdonald, who unfortunately couldn't commit to further episodes due to other projects. He was ultimately replaced by comedian Adam Carolla.
Relax, you're not dying. You're just having a near-death experience.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, yeah, thank God. Thank God I get to hang out with a fascinating gent like yourself.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. James Woods, Peter's arch enemy for some reason.
Ooh, a piece of candy. 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 Ooh, a piece of candy.
Carl, Quahog's answer to the comic book guy.
Hey, Archer. It's Bob. Hey, Bob. It's Archer. Thank you.
Tomic and Bellegarde. These foreign guys are much entertaining, like a night at the discotheque.
Oh man, what a good bunch of partying at that discotheque. They played one of my audience requests.
Way awesome. I myself drank like 5 liters of beer.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Olly Williams.
What happened last time, Ollie?
Stewie killed Lois.
Then what?
Peter got blamed.
Then what?
Peter went to court.
Then what?
Lois came back.
How?
Wasn't really dead.
Thanks, Ollie.
Quahog's Channel 5 Action News has the quickest weather reports, straight to the point and no nonsense. Olly Williams provides the forecast, and he doesn't waste any time with his Blackie Weather segment, which lasts all of 3 seconds.
We now go live to Olly Williams in the Channel 5 traffic copter. What's the scene, Ollie?
Everybody looks like ants.
Probably because you're up so high.
It's regularly pointed out that he's African-American, much as with his fellow reporter, Trisha Takanawa, whose Asian descent is made very evident. Let's face it, every news team needs its cultural diversity. The one thing about Olly Williams is, we only get him in small bursts. Yeah, pun intended.
Christmas.
What's this?
Cold.
Why?
Bad.
Oh!
We want to know more about who he is and what his daily life is like, but we'll settle with knowing whether or not it will rain. Who's your favorite Family Guy character? Let us know in the comments.
Now that I've got you, let's both revisit the birth of the Doily Cot Opera Company.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.